Do you like shooting really stable cinematic footage? Or do you like increasing the production value of your vlogs and not make it seem like it was the Blair Witch Project? A gimbal is the answer. A gimbal is a device which usually has three really smooth brushless motors, a gyroscope, an accelerometer, and sometimes a few more sensors that will constantly measure your movement and compensate for it to give you a buttery smooth footage. These days, it's becoming a must-have accessory for your phone or your action camera. DJI makes some of the best drones in the market, and cameras and gimbals on their drones are pretty amazing. So it's only natural for them to step into the gimbal market. And they did with the DJI OSMO Mobile 1. A few years ago, the first version came out at £299. That was half the cost of a decent mobile phone at the time. They were quickly followed by several Chinese manufacturers who stole their market share with cheaper products. So DJI came out with OSMO Mobile 2 earlier this year. They replaced the metal body with plastic, made a few improvements, and most importantly, they dropped the price. The DJI OSMO Mobile 2 now just costs £129. That's almost on par with the Chinese brands. But you're still paying for the brand value and quality of the mobile app. But we'll get to that. The gimbal comes in some fine packaging. It has some instructions and a foam box inside. The foam box is surprisingly sturdy and closes quite well. It'll definitely keep your gimbal safe when you're traveling with it, but I would not recommend it because it's too bulky. I think you would be better off buying a hard shell case for it. Inside, we have the gimbal itself and a micro USB charger. It has a large 2600 mAh battery that lasts for about 15 hours. That's a lot considering your phone's charge is not going to last as long in video mode. It has a 1/4-inch tripod mount at the bottom. Though it is made of plastic, it is quite sturdy and well built. On the front, it has a joystick for controlling the gimbal, a mode button, and a shutter button. There are also 4 LED indicators to notify you of the battery percentage and modes. On the side, it has a spring-loaded toggle switch to zoom in and out. On the other side, there is a micro USB charging port. On the back, we have a USB port. You can use this as a power bank to charge your phone if it comes to that. On the top, we have the spring-loaded phone holder mounted on the X, Y, and Z axis motors. There is a calibration knob to balance the weight of your phone to its center of gravity. The phone holder is rubberized, so you need not worry about damaging your phone. There is also a knob at the back of the phone holder to switch your phone to portrait mode. To use the gimbal, you mount the phone on the holder and balance it using the knobs. This will prevent stress on the motors and thereby help you with the gimbal's battery life. You'll also have to balance the phone along the X-axis by sliding this down. I'm using the iPhone 10, so I got the DJI Go app from the Apple App Store. You have to register the gimbal the first time you're using it. After that, it should be pretty seamless to connect with your phone's Bluetooth. Pressing and holding the mode button should turn the gimbal on, and it will make your phone seem like it's hovering in the air. Moving the joystick will move the gimbal. Double pressing the mode button will recenter its position. By default, when the gimbal is powered on, it will be in follow mode. This means when you move the camera around, the camera will smoothly follow what you're aiming at. Pressing the mode button once will put the camera in lock mode and will turn the green LED indicator to orange. In this mode, the camera will stay locked to the position it is set at. The app for the DJI OSMO Mobile 2 is great. This is what sets the DJI higher than its competitors. The active track mode works great. You trace a square around the object you want to track, and the gimbal will help the phone keep the object in the center of the frame even when you're moving about. The zoom feature using the physical button on the gimbal will help you get some interesting shots. Moving away from the object when zooming in gives you this pretty dolly effect. Motion lapse lets you select points around you. Then you select the duration and frequency for the time lapse. The gimbal will move across the selected points to give you a very neat time lapse footage. Hyperlapse is when you're actively tracking an object and move around the object to create a time-lapse effect. In the photo mode, the gimbal lets you take massive panoramas. Coming to the disadvantages. Problem 1. I hate that the phone holder bumps into the side of the motor when properly balanced. I know I have a case on, but this will happen for large phones even without a case. Problem 2. The gimbal will prevent the phone from going around 360 degrees. There are limiters on it across all the axes. Problem 3. I prefer using the GoPro more than using the phone when going on long trips, mainly for the storage and battery reasons. But I hate that you can't use the time-lapse feature when you mount the GoPro. It'll be good if DJI sends a software update to use the phone as a remote control when you have the GoPro mounted on it. Problem 4, and to me the biggest one of them all. It's the Jello effect when walking. This is because the optical image stabilization of the phone interferes with the stabilization that the gimbal is offering. DJI needs to fix this by letting us turn off the phone's image stabilization when using the app. At least until DJI fixes all these problems with the next software update or something, I'll be going for the Kontinuum Smooth Q. I'll be doing an unboxing and a review for the Kontinuum Smooth Q shortly, so make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.